Day 4 has begun. It's underway, fully and officially. In the meantime, though, we have murders to do, so I just need to get on with that, I suppose. Not really much else to be doing in this particular moment in time. Well, that's quite nice, though. It's a nice little present for Joe. It's a nice little reward for picking up the game again after 3-4 days, however long it's been since I last played. Yeah, that makes me feel all good inside. Getting a couple of little freebies like that. Where is all the people? There we go, we're actually getting some spawn in now. I mean, never mind the knife men specifically, there was just no one about at that particular point, but back on track now. It's okay, don't worry about it. Getting bandages and all sorts. So, here we are. Not much going on at the moment, admittedly. Not much to explain, not much to comment on. Just gonna walk about and look for some guys to fight. You know, we're a lot of episodes into this series now. Like, there's limited things you can say about it. You know what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. Let's just sit in silence and enjoy it. Let's all just sit here quietly and revel in slowly punching men with knives to death, shall we? That sounds like a fun experience for everyone, I think. I found 2. Look at this. 2 at once. I am lucky. What a prize to have. Beautiful. Well, look, I saved this guy's life as well. I'm like a hero, really, when you think about it. I'm not actually a hero, but I'm a lot like one. There's a lot of similarities to be drawn. Come on then. Come on then, friend. He was still like... Oh, that music came in loud. Wasn't prepared for that. We had no background music, I was very aware, until this started. I don't know what was going on there, actually. That was a bit weird. But we all seem to be fine now. That was some real good gameplay by me, I think. Took down 2 guys there without taking a single scratch. Flawless, impeccable precision as ever. Just don't look at the previous couple of fights I've had. They've not all gone quite that well, admittedly, but you know, I think I'm turning over a new leaf here. Things are just going to get better. Just did a quick lap of the cathedral for shits and giggles. I think it was just a fun little way to pass the time. Wasn't really expecting to find anything around there. Okay, we've got dead air to fill. Story time. Story time, I think. I've not had to deal with bullying since, you know, I am an adult. I am an adult human, right? I am in my 30s. I'm not in high school anymore, and you think most normal human beings are a little bit too mature for schoolyard name calling, right? But the other day, right, I'm walking to work, walking down quite a quiet street, and this white van pulls up beside me, and immediately I'm sort of shitting myself a little bit, because like, why would a white van pull up beside you just in the middle of a quiet street? Like, it's suspicious, right? It's sus, as the kids say. Like, I'm on the defensive a little bit, but this bloke leans out. Classic sort of white van bloke, you know. He was a well-built fellow, you know. I'm not saying he was fat necessarily, but he was a stocky individual, clearly some sort of manual labourer, you know. So he drives a white van, and hats off to him. They do a stellar job most of the time. But this dude, right? He leans out. And this was quite early in the morning. Sun was sort of just starting to rise. He leans out of his window, looks me dead in the eye, and goes, "Excuse me." Now, you know a good heckle. You know a good heckle is coming when someone starts it with the words, "excuse me." You know what I mean? It's very British to politely try and grab my attention before the heckle comes, but he was building up to it, so I turned around and I looked at him. He goes, "Excuse me. You want to be careful, the sun's coming up soon. It took me a second, as I'm sure it's taking you a second right now, because it's not the most straightforward of insults, is it, really? But I should elaborate for anyone who doesn't know. I'm born and bred, tried and true, badge-carrying ginger. I am about as ginger as they come, and as is often the case with my kind, my breed, I am quite a pale individual. This dude leaning out of the van, he was not a pale individual, but looking at him, based on the streaks, I'm not sure how natural his tan was. Let's put it that way. I'm fairly certain this guy was fake tanned out the wazoo, and may have been compensating for something a little bit when he decided he was going to try and get a dig in on me for being pale, I guess. I look at the guy and like I'm struggling to process this insult, and I'm just like, excuse me. He goes, "Oh, the sun's coming up. I hope you've got your factor 50 on." So at this point, I sort of had some idea of what he was getting at, but like, what I have discovered now, this was my moment of discovery, and something I wish I'd known as an oft bullied school child. If someone tries a joke and you just imply that it doesn't make any sense and you don't get it, they got nothing. There's no more ammunition at that point. So I look at the guy and I'm just like, thanks for your concern. And he's like, he just sort of looks blankly at me. And then the pièce de résistance, bear in mind this guy has pulled up alongside me. I'm walking down the road. This guy pulls up alongside me in his van and stops. He stood there, obviously trying to formulate a way to further explain that he is trying to insult me, to me. And someone comes up behind him and starts honking the horn, and he just goes, "Oh shit," and just drives off. It was absolutely brilliant. It is like there was no need for any sort of comeback. I just let the guy just confuse himself. It was honestly beautiful. It was honestly beautiful. If anyone ever tries to, if any adult human being thinks it's really cool to do schoolyard bullying, because Jesus Christ, that is pathetic. You have to, as I say, you have to have especially low self-confidence to try something like that. But if anyone tries that on you, seriously, just try that. I didn't hit you, my dude. Gee, I'm loading after that. Fuck that. Yeah, just try that system. Just try blanking it. Just being like, so what was? Are you making a joke? I don't. Can you explain it further? Can you elaborate on what you're trying to say here? I'm not sure I follow. It was honestly brilliant. Oh fuck! I didn't realise I hadn't saved after beating this one. Oh no! I was too into my story there. I was having too much of a good time. It's fine. I've got this. Oh. Me and Clara just made the same sort of yelping noise at the same time. Synchronized to a T. Okay, once more then. I might just have to come up at this guy from... I keep trying to come from behind them, and there's absolutely no need to do that, because it just means you can't read what they're doing. It's so much easier to come in front of them and back up. Shit. Oh, I didn't think that would hit, because I was stood the same distance away as the other one, and that one didn't hit. It's fine, Joe. It's fine. Calm down. It's not a problem. Don't have to be dramatic about it. Just punching a dude in the face. It's fine. It's normal behaviour. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Remember a minute ago when I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing really well at these fights now. I'm a gamer. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Just want to get him right on the cusp of my attack range. It's harder than it looks, honestly. I'm starting to get a pretty good handle on the attack range, but it's it's still just a bit awkward trying to land in it properly. It really is. Boop. Yay! Huzzah! Well, still nothing happening. Do I have any other stories? Do I have any other interesting things that have happened recently? I've been selling a house. I moved house not so long ago, and I'm renting now. But I've been trying to sell the old property. No longer have much need for it. I found a buyer and everything, which is pretty cool. That's all going well. That's definitely not the button I meant to press there. And yeah, I'm in the process of just like getting all the forms sorted and processing all the documents and everything, getting everything to my solicitor so we can make the exchange of contracts and all that. Should all be done pretty soon, I think. But I hope I didn't just hit that guard then. That would have been real unfortunate. Yeah, I sent off all my documents, which was really cool. Had it all done, had it all sorted. I didn't, though, perhaps read all the documentation thoroughly, because on the very first page it specifically said, do not print these documents on both sides of the page. Everything has to be a single sheet of paper printed on one side, or else it will be denied. And I didn't read that bit, so I've been set back a couple of days in the whole procedure while I print everything again on more pieces of paper. Because I don't understand why. I don't really get why things can't be double-sided, but I'm sure there's some archaic, very British reason behind it, you know? Like I was reading in the paper. No one reads the paper anymore. I was reading it on Twitter, that's where I was reading it. I'm not going to pull the wool over anyone's eyes there. I was reading it on Twitter. Apparently, I think it's the Millennium Bridge, one of the bridges in London, is having some work done to it. And because they've lowered the height or something, I didn't read the article, I'm not that smart, I'm not that up on things, but something to do with the fact that they lowered the height of the bridge, so now, as per archaic British laws, they now have to hang a bale of hay from the bottom of the bridge to indicate to passing ships that the bridge has been lowered. They couldn't just put a big sign up. They have to use the old hay-based messaging system. This country's insane, man. It's absolutely insane. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could smack talk the way Americans do things in their specific political system all day. They have some fucking wacky ideas as far as I'm concerned, but at least they're not still like basing their entire legal system on and everything just on like laws that they made up in like the year 1200 that Henry Tudor decided to have written up, you know, like it seems like maybe we're due a bit of an update on some of these, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That rat's gonna attack me, isn't it? Fuck. What the fuck? Why am I coughing? Did I just back into a gas cloud? I think this area, I just saw a gas cloud, and what I didn't realise was... Yeah, it's an infected area. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. I know how you're not getting infected, dude. Oh! Clara makes some good noises, it's gotta be said. No, I mean, like, just speaking as a Brit, the idea of a second chamber for all of our lawmaking makes a lot of sense. Like, I sure as fuck don't want the Tories to make all the laws without any oversight, you know what I mean? So I'm okay with the House of Lords as a concept. I'm not okay with Lords as a concept, though. Why are we just, like, putting random people in that house based on who the current Prime Minister sort of likes, and then them and their entire extended family for the rest of eternity, all their children and their children's children just get a final say on our laws forever from now on, just because someone in their ancestry happened to be friends with the Prime Minister? Like, come on now. Come on now, UK, we can do better than this, surely. Surely. Have you heard of democracy, UK? Have you heard of it? Probably not, we still got a king. We don't get political on this channel, don't worry about it. If it sounds like I'm getting political, you're clearly just mishearing. You're thinking too much about what I'm saying. Something no one should ever do, honestly. There we go. This has been a bit of a fucking nightmare, hasn't it? This one particular fight I'm in. That's nice, though. Don't mind if I do. How is my immunity? In need of boosting. Oh, isn't that convenient? Still haven't even got to the middle of the bar in reputation after all this. It's very disappointing. My exhaustion's starting to become a bit of an issue. I think I am just going to have to accept that my reputation's going to be fucked for this campaign and hope I can get my supplies through trading, because it doesn't look like I'm going to get a lot of stuff from the shops. The fuck is that noise? Some very strange sounds in this area. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be walking around a plague district when I have no reason to walk around a plague district. This is just asking to make life even more difficult for myself. Can we trade though? This guy's not trying to kill me anymore, so that's nice. That's a plus sign. He's got some pretty cheap shit as well, actually. I'll give him 10 claws. He doesn't want knives? No? Okay. I'll give him 10 claws for a vegetable and a meat, because I'm not sure which one's better. Good trade. Good trade. What the fuck were we talking about? I went off on like a tangent of a tangent there and started getting into, as I say, random political ramblings. Very surface level political ramblings as well. I don't pretend to be any particularly intelligent person when it comes to all that. You know, I just vote for the most left-wing party that happens to be on the ballot. That's my entire process, and I don't pretend to be super knowledgeable on these subjects, but my whole take on the whole thing is just maybe we should not be assholes to people. You know, when it comes to the left versus right debate, it's like one side of the divide wants to say slurs and the other side doesn't. That seems to be the sort of major dividing concept between the two. So like, I know which one I'm sort of more on the side of, you know. Also, why can I just load, because fuck that. Where did that gas cloud come from? I am so far out of the infected zone. I am so far out of it. What? How? Had that been chasing me for like the last minute and a half? Had it been following me through the streets, just waiting to pounce? Oh, I was really hoping that would kill him. It's fine. Just bring him up here. Bring him back onto a flat surface. It's fuck stairs. Alright. That was a bit weird. He just sort of stood there and waited for me to slap him in the face. Not complaining, but didn't feel quite right. Didn't feel truly deserved. The game's switched on easy mode because I've died too many times, you know. What game was it that did that? I know it's quite commonplace that at this point that like if you're playing on a harder difficulty and you die a few times, then you'll eventually like retry and quit will also get lower difficulty added to the options. That's quite a common thing in AAA games these days. But there was definitely a game that just did it. Like it didn't ask. It was just like, oh, this guy's dying too much. We're just going to make it easier for him. There's probably quite a few under the hood, but there was one that was kind of like notorious for it, and a lot of people got mad about it. Because I mean, it does feel a little bit patronising, doesn't it? Like, oh what? You're still struggling to learn the mechanics of this fight? Well, we'll take those mechanics away and just give you an easy win. Imagine if it turned out Dark Souls has been doing that the whole time. Could you imagine the gamer rage? Could you imagine the amount of people taking to the streets with pitchforks over the fact that Dark Souls had been making itself easier for people? That, honestly, I hope that turns out to be a thing, just because it'll be a very entertaining day on the internet. Let's put it that way. Don't get me wrong, I love Souls games, but I mean, for me, the difficulty has never been the attraction there, honestly. I've always liked the ambience, the setting, the lore that's built up, just the gameplay style, a lot of the art direction and monster designs and stuff, all of that stuff is great. I don't care if it's hard or easy, you know? Why is that guy just sort of stood staring at Ava's house? Is this like a quest I've wandered into here? I mean, I'll kill the guy regardless. Or he'll kill me. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that's how that would go. I could feel that one coming. I'm assuming this is just weird NPC behaviour, right? NPC's doing NPC shit. He just happens to be stood there staring at the fence. But she did mention, I don't think in this campaign, I think it was in Dankovsky's campaign, she mentioned at one point that there's been someone like staring in through her window and stuff. So maybe it was this guy all along. Maybe we found him. Maybe she wasn't crazy. Oh, fuck. Game's too hard, man. I should put an easy mode in this. They should give me the option. Make all enemies die in one slap. That'd be great. I'd love that. And take the guns away from the gun guys and the flamethrowers away from the flamethrower guys. If this is your first time joining in one of my Pathologic playthroughs, then I apologise for the spoilers about the gun guys and the flamethrower guys there, but honestly, like, if you're starting by watching some random dude play the Changeling campaign, then you're kind of doing Pathologic wrong, honestly. There's better entrances, there's better onboarding for this game than what I'm doing right now, I'll tell you that much. Woof, woof, woof. My exhaustion is so high. I can probably track down a couple more kills, and then I'm gonna have to go sleepies. Go for a nappy. I mean, the time's gotta be here. We're pushing morning. We're getting dangerously close to morning. And obviously I'm gonna have things to do in the morning, so I don't want to sleep through too much of it. I just need to bump my reputation just a little bit higher, just so I can maybe still engage with shopkeepers a little bit, perhaps occasionally. That would be real cool. I'd be a real big fan of that. Why are you killing that drunk? What did he ever do to you? This drunk is not surviving. Yeah. Barely escaped. Barely escaped with my life there. You have loot, man? Oh, you do. Nice. Yeah, I think if you do loot them before the robber loots them, then you do have a chance of getting stuff. What's she doing? Is she running at him? Is she going to square up? Running into his spine and he's not aggroed on her. There we go. She made the mistake of running in front of him. I assume she was running from me because I had my magic hands out. They are quite scary, my magic hands. You see a 10-year-old girl walking around the streets with her magic hands out, you're definitely going to run towards the scary looking guy with the sneer and the knife. She's got her priorities in order for sure. I saved your life, for whatever that's worth. It's okay, I don't need their thanks. I'm like the caped crusader. I'm like the Dark Knight. I clean up the streets of the city for me, not for anyone else. Which is absolutely true. Absolutely true. 100%. They drop money and give me reputation. Like, I'm making out like a bandit from this. I wish knife men were around all the time, honestly. It would make life so much easier if they would just stop only coming out at night. I mean, I think they do stop only coming out at night eventually, but not till like day 9 or something. I don't think we're at any risk of that happening anytime soon. Let's see if we can find 1 or 2 more before sleeps. 1 or 2 more. Real quick, like. I'm gonna head back to the house of my benefactors, as much as they fucked me over yesterday, to sleep. So I'll just kill anything I find on the way there, starting with this fella. That's 5 o'clock, I believe. If I can sleep for like 4 hours, that should still give me plenty of day to do day things. I don't know what I'm backing into here. I think there is a guy behind me, but I don't think it's a knife man. Hope it's not. Ah, shit. Shit. Ugh. I mean, I could get away with taking a single stab. It's not going to end the run for me, but I just don't want to put myself on a back foot when I don't have to. It's not a game that takes kindly to people who self-flagellate, you know? Is that a knife man? No. At the corner of my eye, you looked a bit like one, alright? There were similarities. Not in posture, nor in frame, nor in clothes particularly. And certainly not in skin tone or facial feature. But on some level, they had the same spiritual energy. That's what was doing it for me. They were both radiating the same aura. Okay, doesn't look like we're going to find any more. I think this is probably going to be it. I might just loop round the top rather than cut through the courtyard itself. Oh, it's infected up here though. Wait, is it? No, it's not. This is an X-infected area. This area is absolutely fine. Nothing to be concerned about here. Some rats apparently, but... Ooh. Delicious. I kill this as well, because it's probably going to cause me issues. Stop. 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 Dude, watch out for the rat. There we go, I got it. Don't worry. Panic's over. I'm definitely hitting that guard accidentally. Either that or he's stealing my kill. I'm loading. This isn't going well. This isn't going well. I'm taking hits. I'm getting guards involved who are only going to make life more difficult for me. We'll just start over. We'll just start over. No reason to complicate it. Get fucked. Uh-oh. Get fucked. I've not killed either of them. They're both so strong. 1, 2. Okay, I've got it. I've got the rat strats down. Oh, I've got another guard. Where are all these guards coming from? Don't you fucking dare steal my kill, my dude. That's it. You just stand to the sidelines. I've got this. Ah, oh, fuck. I'll take the hit. I'll take it. I'll accept it. I'm gonna sleep now anyway. I can have some Meridorm. Ugh, guards, man. Just make life more difficult. They really do. If it weren't for the fact that they traded well, and also you could kill them for some really quite good loot. If it wasn't for that, I'd complain more. Didn't think that was possible, did you? Right. Sleeping. Gonna just real quick. What's my health at? We'll take 2. We'll take 2. It's not like it's hard stuff to come across. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, honestly. Reputation's doing alright as well. The powers that be are getting increasingly worried. It all ends in less than 9 days. What else do we need to do here? Guess I'll just save over that. Probably shouldn't have saved over that. Probably should have saved in a new slot, but too late now. Right, hunger dealt with. Infection's not too high. Immunity could use a little top up, but I don't think I've got any drugs. I'll pick some up. Otherwise, yeah, this is good. We're looking good here. Morning, boss.
Barley the barber is the leader of the gang. Some barber.
So how are you doing, my daughter? Have you had plenty of work today? I see this is not what you wanted to ask me about. Has something happened? Are you willing to continue helping me in the future? It's not an option for no, despite after you fucking me last time, but whatever. It's my duty. You're already the talk of the town. Wicked people are afraid of you, and not just the wicked people. You inspire fear in many, my dear daughter. What wicked person have you found for me this time? Now I'm convinced that grief is the culprit. This man, this kingpin of the warehouses, smuggler and death peddler, has now let gangs of thugs loose on the streets. You can see what's going on. They cut people down. They murder women. They rob homes. They provide money and reputation. They're great. They are much too much for the patrolman. Father, do you really want me to do something your own patrolman can't do? I'm no Judith. I understand that. You must be thinking that I've got myself a personal enemy, an enemy who is challenging the order that is my present duty to enforce and maintain. I understand. You must be thinking that I want to destroy the thief and mark him with the brand of Jonah. Rest assured that that is not so. Why? Bachelor Dankovsky found during his investigation that Grief had ordered thieves to dump infected corpses into the river, anything up to several dozen. The thieves refused to reveal the location. In fact, they are altogether denying having done it, but the claim must certainly be examined. Why would they do that? With the corpses, I mean. They probably wanted to hide the bodies, which can only indicate that the thieves had a hand in those people's deaths. You think they deliberately infected people? That's what I'd like to know. I'd like to know if it's true, and if yes, the exact location where they dumped those corpses, before we stamp out the whole nest of vipers. And we are going to have to stamp it out. He has done much too much evil already, this Grief. Perhaps he is not directly responsible, but indirectly is enough for us. Will our manpower suffice? There are cutthroats everywhere. You won't have to fight bandits. I think I will. Do you really think I'm asking you to do what I've just talked our bloodthirsty bachelor out of? I have already assembled a roundup squad led by a brave patrolman named Wolf. They'll find the killer's lair once Grief's guilt is proven. Why look for it? We know where Grief's quarters are. The wily lowlife is denying everything. He feigned fear and pretended to have had nothing to do with it. He acted his part so well that he even raised the alarm himself. And yet I'm sure it's Grief who is inciting the killers as well as buying up their victims' stolen belongings. Ask him if it's true. I'm sure it is. Don't you have a way to loosen his tongue? That is not all. I suspect that Grief enjoys the Olgimpsky's protection in exchange for giving them kickbacks from his illicit trade in Twirene. Should Vlad take offence, I would prefer to face him fully armed. Ask Grief if it's true. I would like to know everything about him before he's dealt with. Who could know things about him? You know, things. He won't open up unless I catch his soul with a hook. I don't know. Olgimpsky surely knows something, but he will say nothing. Think. Do your own research. I'll try. I think I know who that could be. I don't. Who knows Grief? Does it? I mean, Notkin has had like a bit of a turf war with Grief, I think. So he might have something, I suppose. It does seem like the Olgimpskys know him, but they're going to keep their interactions on the down low. I guess maybe Capella may be more forthcoming than the other two.
Matchmakers are coming, trying to woo me.
The events are unfolding too fast, but we must continue to act. There is no time to waste. Now I know for certain that it was them, the Utopians. Someone from among them, or the entire lot. We must wrestle people out of their camp, one at a time. I'm not sure you're right, Mother. Could it be you're mistaken? I know whereof I speak, sweet daughter. The voice that talks to me in my dreams is incapable of lying. For many years this has been how my visions come to me. Let other mistresses say that isn't genuine. I know my visions have at times proved truer than theirs. Who do you want me to convert today? Today we shall strike where they don't expect us to. You will talk to Mark Immortel. He is the director of the theatre who stages prophetic mime performances with his masks. Some time ago he staged a performance about the death of King Kuron. He knew Simon would die. How am I to speak to him? I don't know any of his secrets. It won't be the way it was yesterday. More like the day before yesterday, perhaps. Perhaps he is with us already. Perhaps he is himself preparing the Utopians, albeit in his own way. And you find out what he's up to. Did you say he's a theatre director? Could he, by any chance, have connections with the caravan? He's been living here for a long time. I don't know, but he's never taken an interest in children. Wouldn't even notice them. Even banned them from attending his performances, so no, it's not that. So he's not that wicked. But then, what do you need him for? This is almost too important for me. I've had a prophetic dream in which the Bachelor was going to turn the theatre into a leper colony. Just let Mark Immortel know about this. Let him find a way to stop it. I need the theatre badly. We need it. I can feel it. How is he going to stop it? What does that matter? He can make the building unusable for the Bachelor's purposes. It's important that I should keep it for purposes of my own. I can sense that my powers of prophecy have to do with that place. The masks and their soothsaying must be involved too. Who could help me? Maria knows. She's the only one who can influence him, and I think he is one of her suitors. No one except Maria knows how to get to Mark, but don't you go to her. You're not strong enough to take her on yet. Think of something. Alright, Mother. I'll do what you're asking me to do. Great. So we've got 2 people that we need to find out about, and absolutely no leads on who we can find out about them from. What? How many hours have I played this game? I did not realise there was a flashlight. I don't really know what it's for. It's never really dark enough to require one, but... pretty fun, though. Oh. It stopped working. I broke it. I broke my flashlight. Well, it was fun while it lasted, I suppose. Okay, who's going to know anything about anyone? I think Capella might be worth talking to for both cases, honestly, because Capella knows a lot about the other mistresses. And it seems Maria has information on Mark Immortel, but we can't get it from her, so it's possible that Capella maybe has second-hand information on that. Obviously, she's also an Okimski, so she's perhaps can fill me in on the whole bad grief thing. Especially if I help her out, which, you know, I've been doing so far. I need to cough. Hang on. That was good, wasn't it? That was a good little bit of little slice of audio for you. Hope you enjoyed that one. Trade, please. I do need those, but I'm not wasting trade supplies on a mere immunity booster. My immunity can be shit as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going in an infected area. I am going in an infected area, aren't I? Bad grief's in an infected area. That's real unfortunate. Here's where Marky Mark lives, but... oh, hold up. Hold up, what's going on? Ladies? What's going on here? Something the matter? What do you want, little girl? I'm looking for Mark Immortel. I want to talk to him. Mark's not here anymore, and I don't think he's coming back. Where is he then? Where? Don't keep me waiting. He may have gone to seek justice from the rulers. Will he find it, or will he have found shelter with some good friends? But are they really his friends? Time will tell, my child. Time will tell. And you, go and live your life while you still can. Here, have a coin. Do something for the sick. From one gate to the other, so daring and brave, man's life is a path from cradle to grave. You try and say that to me again. Hey? If you're truly a saint, you shouldn't refuse a request as humane as mine. Help me save the life of someone who is equally as persecuted as you are. I'll be waiting at the shelter. Laura Ravel. Huh. Yeah, fuck all this other shit then. I'll go help Laura out. Laura gives me rewards. I like Laura. My quote-unquote parents don't give me shit. They just take my reputation away. I could bust my ass trying to solve their quests, and what am I going to get for it? Nothing. Persecuted. Persecuted for all my hard work. Can I really not go? Okay, yeah. Just do a little hippity hop. Just while I'm here. Real quickly. I don't know how much money I've got. I must have got a little bit from all the knifing. I will buy your single loaf of bread. Thank you very much. I have no desire for your egg or your milk. I am not a cake baking sort of guy. Although with the bread, I could make a mean bread and butter pudding. Just need to get some raisins or something, and whatever the fuck else goes in a bread and butter pudding, I don't know. Butter, probably, I'd imagine. Stands to reason. Bit of a misnomer otherwise, wouldn't it? Hello.
A stranger brought me a peculiar vial today.
You walk everywhere, afraid of nothing, and I need your help again. Would you agree to do something for me? What is it? There's a manhunt going on for young Barak. It appears that your patron, Alexander, is behind it. But he's unfair towards Barak. Why? The Haruspecs didn't just chop up the dead for his own amusement. He's trying to create a panacea. Please find out what's happening and stop Alexander's punishing hand. He's blinded. Alright, I'll help him. I'll reward you if you help the Haruspecs. I already said I would. Calm down. Calm down, love. Do I just go straight to Alexander then? I don't speak to Barak first? We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna have to swing back to Alexander eventually anyway, so why not, I guess? Why not do what I'm asked? Yeah, in the meantime, I'm thinking Capella, Notkin. I don't really remember anyone else mentioning Bad Grief. I guess Aspity, maybe, just because she also sort of exists on the fringes of the law, so to speak. She might have some information on him. Murky, maybe, just due to proximity. She hangs out in the rail yard. He's near the rail yard doing things. I don't know, man. We'll just ask around a bit. Have a little bit of a chat. I am also just going to stop in here real quick though. I would like all of your alpha tablets, my good sir. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. That's much better. Feel great after that. Feel virile. Feel ready to go. Pulsing with energy. Pulsing, I dare say. Pulsing. Trade? Nope, just bullets, okay. Need more infection drugs. Not right now, but sooner or later. It'll be nice to have some on hand. Some like that. Yes, very good. Beautiful. Is this a fair trade? 7? 7, my dude. I actually have a buttload of stuff I can trade to these guys. I'll be on the lookout for more of them, actually. Cash in my chips a little bit. Hello.
I used
Okay.
to go out in
She's got nothing for me. I mean, I can just speak to Bad Grief directly, but I don't think that's necessarily the best option. Or try the Notkin. think I can get through over here. The map said I could. It's not really a direction I've walked before, but trying to be a bit more careful about my my pathing so I don't walk through too many infected zones. Should probably stop by young Vlad while I'm here as well, right? That seems like just common sense. Common sense shit. Hey, I just found one of those things you like. Come back. Yeah, I'll take all of that, honestly. Want a knife? You don't need a knife. Hang on. Wait. Oh, I'm still on -1. Can't do the maths, right? Wait, what? There we go. That's it. For some reason I was thinking these were 2 and these were... Sorry, these were 3 and these were 2. I had them the wrong way around. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, as a wise man once said. I don't recall anyone ever telling me the world would roll me, though. That's not like a normal thing to say to someone, really, is it? Hey, by the way, the world's gonna roll you.
It is easier to govern.
Okay. Well, good to tick those boxes off my list then, I suppose. If I swing around this way, I can go by Murky on the way to Notkin. I don't know, though, like, who else am I going to ask? As I say, Asperty's the only other one. Maybe Sticky? Maybe Sticky. He does have... I think he does have ties to Bad Grief, actually. He definitely has criminal ties, despite being, like, a 6-year-old child. This is definitely the sort of thing that I couldn't know unless I'd already played through 2 other campaigns, though, right? Like, if I was somehow starting on the Changeling campaign, I would have stood no chance of having any clue who to possibly speak to about this. I guess you can just do a tour and speak to everyone, though, right? There's not that many people in this game. Not that many people of relevance, anyway. Obviously, there's basically infinite dudes you can just stab in the street, but... who cares about those? Hey, Murky.
Where is my...
Yeah, nothing to add. Good, the dog's gone again. I assume the microphone just picked him up, clip-clopping his way around the hardwood floors. It's quite entertaining watching him try and run on them because he doesn't handle that well. we need to get some carpets down in this place, but I've not been here long yet, and obviously moving fees and everything, not really had the money to sort it out, but sooner or later I'll get some traction for the dog. Eventually. I need to get to not... There is no entrance in the bottom half of Notkin's compound, is there? I don't think. I don't really want to go in the plagued areas, but... oh, how generous. Here we go. Excuse me, mate. Excuse me, gas cloud. Perfect. Flawless execution, if I dare say so myself.
Is to have your trouble doubled.
I haven't seen you here before. What district are you from? I come from the steppe.
Bachelors tested old drugs.
Well, are we friends yet?
People have died. A big city quack.
Being my friend is dangerous, Notkin. Take your time and get a closer look at me. Ah, okay. Not him, then. Not him. I guess I'll just... I mean, I'm right here by Grief. If all I have to do is go in and speak to the guy and they were just overcomplicating the whole situation, then I might as well just try that, right? No harm in trying things. aside from, you know, walking through a plague district to do it, but hopefully shouldn't have too much of an impact on me as long as I don't get railroaded into a gas cloud. Knock knock.
What?
Oh, we've heard an earful about you here, we have. Some thief you are. Hasn't it occurred to you, little tot, that taking your leave right now is not going to be an easy job, or even doable at all? I have a name. I'm Clara.
Them souls and a half for a bold lot. Or did they think Barley's gonna play tag with them? Game over, fellas.
'Tis us or them, right, kiddo? I have a question for you, Grief. I'm a trifle tired, I am. Yeah, well, my life's barely begun and it's almost lights out time already. Questions. Who's got time for that? Oh no, I ain't angry at all. Just tired. 'Tis all because of them questions. You agree to answer one, and a bit of your life's blood escapes with the answer. With the anger. Anger is in our life's blood, little pimple. I feel sorry for you. You must be in pain. Whoa, whoa, who are you to feel sorry for me, you little tot, eh? I won't tolerate anyone's pity. I got my own pity to spare. Ain't you a kind little lass, a little lovin' one, making me go all soft on you, eh? Where did the anger go? No anger in sight, none at all. There's a reason for that, Grief. We're alike, you and I. Our paths have crossed for a reason. Yeah, you're a thief too. I know, it takes one to know one. And so, you're always a welcome guest here. Who told you? Why, I heard the stories about a lass on the run from the law, ready to have her head rolling without mercy, and the conviction's just that, theft. I respect that. They want to extinguish you once and for all. I wonder what you stole. Must be something real important to the state. Better tell me why there are thugs posted around your warehouse standing there twiddling their knives. How else do we defend ourselves against Barley the cunt? Son of... Sorry, it catches me off guard because this game does use strong language, but it uses it like so rarely. It just throws one in occasionally and you're just like, oh shit, okay, fair enough. Son of a bitch lured all my men away from here, promising carnage. The animals didn't go over to his side for the plunder, just out of sheer blood fucking lust. And what do I have left? There, go ahead, feast your eyes, my loyal faithful. That's the lot. No one gets what one gets. As they say, beggars can't be choosers. Why are you hiding your eyes? Don't you know I have a gift for seeing through any lie? Cut the bragging, thief, darling. A gift like that spells early death, you know. Must be the reason Sabarov took you in, you poor little soul. So you can see through any lie, eh? How about seeing the fact that I haven't taken a single life? None at all. Am I supposed to just make up that truth, or what? Living the thieving. I've got myself a lad who can vouch for me, alright? He's the best kind of advocate a man can have too, because he's my enemy. The little prick never misses a chance to smear my honest thief's name in the dirt. It's that pesky little punk Notkin. Had it in for me since forever. Keeps setting his whelps on me as well, and they have a nose for our lot's sins, and won't let any go unnoted. Ask him then, if I'm a killer. And I will. I just tried to, but I wasn't allowed to until I'd spoken to you first. Good to know I was on the right track though, honestly. Holy shit, I've been going for like 55 minutes. That's actually fucking flown today. I really thought I had about another 10 minutes to go yet. Probably gonna have to leave the chat with Notkin until next time in that case. Let me just get out of the vile, misty depths of this shithole. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye.